All right. Good afternoon, everyone. For the second last session, that is session number 12 by Mr. Anil Ranveer, sir. This session is going to start now and will be for next 1.5 hours. I request all the participants to be attentive for the session. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you so much. I request the session coordinator to please start with the introduction of today's speaker, Mr. Anil Ranveer, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I hope sir, I am audible. Shall I, sir?
Yes, you are audible, sir. You can start.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of DY Patil International University, I, Mr. Umesh Narkhede, delighted to welcome all of you to today's session on environmental laws. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guest speaker, Professor Mr. Anil Sri Ranveer, sir. Anil Sri Ranveer, sir, is an experienced professional with over 20 years in the field of chemical engineering and environmental management. Currently, he serves as additional director in the Central Pollution Control Board, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. With a background in both technical and administrative roles, he has contributed to environmental monitoring, pollution control, and policy implementation. He is pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering from Dr. BATU Loniri and holds a degree in MBA in industrial management slash HRM from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. His academic qualifications are complemented by specialized certifications in industrial health, safety, and environment, and he is a chartered engineer with the Institution of Engineers, India. Ranveer sir has also held teaching positions, including assistant professor roles at various educational institutions, and has experience in the chemical industry. He has published numerous research papers and articles in international journals on topics such as wastewater treatment, environmental pollutions, and sustainable energy solutions. Additionally, he has filed a patent for a head-mounted compact powered air purifying respirator and actively participates in global conferences, workshops, and training programs related to environmental sustainability and industrial pollution control. Today, he will be sharing insights on environmental laws. Before we get started, I would like to remind everyone to keep their microphones muted during the presentation to avoid any interruption. Now, I would like to request Mr. Anil C. Ranveer sir to take over the session. Over to you, Mr. Anil C. Ranveer sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Umesh, for this nice introduction. So, I will share my presentation with you.
Yes, sir, please.
Is there any problem? Because I am unable to share my screen.
Sir, you can share, no problem. You just have to go to the present now in tab. Just click it and just present. I had
Share option,
already added.
share
Okay.
option is disabled from my side.
Sir, actually, I provided your email address. I'll just check. Wait, sir. I have provided your CPCB ID. From
Yeah,
that login, you must have added. You have logged in from your regular ID,
yeah, yeah. Regular.
anilranveer.cpcb.
Yeah, I will join from my official ID.
Because that is actually there in the meeting, so that would be opened.
I will just.
Yes, sir. Please, please, please. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, yeah.
Please, sir. Participants, kindly wait. Yes, sir. Now it must be visible to you. Fine. You are mute, sir. Yes, your presentation is visible, sir. Your microphone is mute.
Now it
Yes.
is.
Fine. Sir, please go to the full screen or presentation mode.
Yeah. Now it is full screen.
Not yet, sir. You have stopped presenting, sir.
Yeah. Now.
Your window is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Now it is visible. Full screen.
Not yet, sir. No, sir. No, you just go to the downward
Yeah.
band,
Share.
or you
Where?
might please press Control 5 or F5. F5. Anyway, sir, you continue.
Yeah. No. No.
Yes,
Not much.
yes, yes. Continue, sir.
So, good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, after a long period, I am here as a in a teaching profession with you all because after I think I have left this profession in the year 2017 and joined in the CPCB. I am very happy to share you all that I am the youngest additional director of CPCB in the history of this CPCB creation. Just
Great,
we
sir.
have
Great, great, great.
Just we have completed 50 years of establishment of CPCB, and it's a second highest position of government of India, or you can call it as a second highest position of CPCB.
Great, sir.
So our today's topic is environmental laws in India.
Yes, sir.
So whenever we talk about any laws in India, first we see the our constitution, from where we have after independence we have accepted our constitution of India. In that there are various fields, various chapters, or various sections are there in our constitution of India. Among them there are certain sections which tells us about our duties, as well as what are the various issues that would be for living of animals as well as for human beings. As per the section 48 of the Constitution of India, which which defines that the protection and environment, improvement of environment, and the safeguarding of the forest as well as wildlife is the main function of the state, so that they can protect as well as improve the environmental quality and safeguard the wildlife animals as well as wildlife sanctuary in the country. Whereas Section 51 of the Constitution of India tells us about our fundamental duties of Indian people, which says that to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, they have to compassion of living creatures. So, what is the inspiration behind the formation of this environmental law? In the year 1968, Sweden has proposed in United Nations conference to hold a human environment conference. But in the year 1968, UN Nations, that is United Nations of America, has approved that suggestion, and they proposed to have an conference which is called as United Nations Conference on Human Environment, which was held in the year 1972. And that so what are the objective of that conference is, it is to protect the human health and environment. So environment is not about the water, soil, or noise. It also covers forest as well as wildlife animals also. So the in the year 1972, the conference was attended by then Prime Minister of India, Srimati Indira Gandhi ma'am, and they discuss about the future of environment in that year. And when she returned to our India, she has brought a major changes in our legal framework, and the Water Pollution Act as well as Air Pollution Act was enacted in our parliament framework. And in the year 74 only, this pollution control board, formation of these boards especially for environment has been created. So what type of pollutions are there, or what type of pollution related to the acts are there? There are various pollutions, like as we all also know as air pollution, water pollution, then soil pollution. Along with this, we have some waste management laws are there, and like e-waste management, MSW management, C&D waste, plastic waste, battery waste. Nowadays, plastic waste and MSW is a major concern for the Indian government. And as all of you know about the air pollution issue, which is faced by the all over India, especially in the Delhi and NCR region. Now, what are the various natural justice to protect this environment? There are various acts to protect these pollution related issues, which is governed by the NGT Act. NGT Act is nothing but National Green Tribunal Act. I will explain it in subsequent slides. Which covers then natural justice also covers Wetland Management Act, then Environmental Impact Assessment, and all other acts. So whenever the environmental law is concerned, or environmental law is concerned, first law which comes into the picture is the Water Act. So the full form of that Water Act is the Water Purification and Control of Pollution Act, which was established in the year 1974. So what this act means, why this need of this framing of this act is concerned, is that the first law regarding water pollution control is governed by United Nations. in the year 1948, the United Nations has frame a legal framework which is called as the Federal Water Pollution Control Act, and it was the first major law in the United States to address the water pollution. And in India, the formal legislation act was filed in the year 1972, wherein the independent India was fighting with China. During that period only, a committee was set up to draft the enactment for the prevention of water pollution. And the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act was notified by Indian government, or you can call it as adopted by the Indian Parliament, with the aim to prevention as well as control of water pollution in the year 1974. So what are the main purpose? What is the objective or main purpose of formation of this Water Pollution Act? So first purpose or first objective is prevention, control of and abatement of water pollution. So what are the steps that to be taken for the prevention of the water pollution? Like as the law says that you do not throw your garbage or domestic waste directly into the seawater, which gets contaminated by the domestic waste. Then how to control it? So for controlling purpose, we have to treat that domestic waste or any waste before throwing it to the natural resources. And abatement is nothing but to reduce the pollution or to discharge the polluted water into natural resources with the treatment facility. This law is also aimed to restore the wholesomeness of the water. So wholesomeness of the water is nothing but what are the quality of water we are getting after a few years, or future generation will also get the same water like we are getting. That means the water quality of the quality of the water will be same for the future generation also. For that, this Water Act defines the duties as well as role of the each and every individual, industries, also the officers. This Water Act is also designated to assess the pollution level. Means what are the quality of water, and what will be the future elastic problems regarding this water pollution. And it gives the permission, or it is a legal framework which can give the permission for an officials to punish the polluters on the basis of polluters pay principle. Means whoever is going to pollute the water, or whoever is going to get the water pollution, can be punished by the legal framework of our Indian Parliament. This Water Act is mainly the main purpose of this Water Act is nothing but to form the State Board as well as Central Pollution Control Board. So Central Pollution Control Board is nothing but it is a central authority, and which governs, or which is formed by the Parliament of India in the year 1974. So this Central Pollution Control Board is a statutory organization, or you can call it as autonomous body of Ministry of Environment, comes under the Central Government. And this act have given some powers as well as define the functions of the board. Means this act give the power to the State Board as well as Central Board officials to visit any industry at any time, and the official can enter in the premises or in the industry in any time. So this is the main power which governs by this act to the person working in this board. And various functions are also defined under this act, Water Act, like the inspecting team or inspecting official have to visit the industry, and if he found violation, then he can punish the industry, as well as law is also give the permission to file an FIR against the industry. Now, as the parliament has constituted these boards, so there should be some funding issue, and to run this pollution boards, the government needs some financial backup to run this all the boards, or Central Pollution Control Board as well as state board. For that purpose, in this Water Act only, the Government of India has again notified one Water Pollution Cess Act. So this act is nothing but whenever anyone is consuming water, have to pay a cess amount to certain amount which is called as cess amount to the state authority, and the state authority will deposit it to the Central Pollution Control Board, and it will the duty of Central Pollution Control Board to distribute this cess amount to all the pollution control board all across the country. Now, as this act has formed the Central Pollution Control Board, so the central government in the year 1974, that is 23rd September 1974, this Central Board for Prevention and Control of Water Pollution was formed. After that, in the year 1976, this Central Board for Prevention of Control of Water Pollution is renamed as Central Pollution Control Board. Simultaneously, the state boards also formed. So what are the functions of CPCB? Means what we do at central level. The main purpose of formation of CPCB was to advise the central government on any matter which concern about prevention and control of water as well as air pollution. So this is the main aim of CPCB. So next is CPCB has given power or delegated the power by central government to develop a standards, to prepare manuals, to prepare guidelines for utilization as well as for punishment, means which type of water can be discharged into the natural resources, or which type of water can be utilized, which type of water can be used for various purposes, which can be used for animals, like that. And the CPCB is the main who coordinate with the state boards if there is any dispute between them. So CPCB has given or assigned the responsibility to resolve the dispute among the state boards. So as CPCB is an apex body, we give the technical assistance as well as guidance to the state boards. So the state boards are there in each of the states across the country. They have then CPCB has major role to provide research related problems regarding water as well as other pollution issues. And CPCB is the one who give the solutions for water controlling as well as pollution control and abatement of the pollutions. CPCB generally organize various training programs for state boards as well as industry peoples. Now, we have CPCB has his head office at Delhi and 9 various means regional offices across the country to the means to guide the concerned state boards. So we have 9 regional directorate, that is at Bangalore, Bhopal, Kolkata, Lucknow, Vadodara, Shillong, Pune, Chennai and Chandigarh. Whereas one project office is also there, specially designed to control the pollution of Taj Mahal, that is called as project office, and it is established on the directions of Honorable Supreme Court. Under our jurisdiction, as of now, I am working in the Shillong office, Regional Directorate Shillong, which covers all the 8 northeast states like Assam, Tripura, Mizoram, Meghalaya, then Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. All these northeast state comes under our jurisdiction. If any problem arises, any state board facing or some problem is facing, then we have to look up after them. For this, under the Water Pollution Act, CPCB has established monitoring stations. That is, these monitoring stations are only designed or only established along the bank stretches of river banks. There are 4,484 national water quality monitoring network stations which are monitored across the country with the help of state board as well as pollution control committee. Whenever UTs are concerned, that called as a pollution control committee, and all the state boards that called as state pollution control boards. And what are these? This is a real-time water quality monitoring network. The concerned state board or PCC has to monitor the water quality of the river, and the data will be available online in the CPCB portal at any time. At any point of time, we can check the status of any river, what is the quality of at present water quality of the river, as well as, and what is the aim or what is the objective of this water quality stations is nothing but to access the status of water quality, whereas the water resources, and if we found it that the status of water quality is getting deteriorated, then we suggest some various techniques or various guidelines can be issued to the concerned state board to control of the pollution in the water bodies. So how this water quality criteria is defined? So we have, CPCB has designed water quality criteria. So on the basis of the quality of water with respect to class A, class B, C, D and E. So class A water is nothing but we can drink the water without conventional treatment after disinfectation. Whereas in that pH should be in between 6.5 to 8.5. Dissolved oxygen must be greater than 6 milligram per liter. Then BOD should be less than or equal to 2 milligram per liter. Similarly, for class B water quality is used for outdoor bathing, and the quality of water is defined as pH should be between 6.5 to 8.5. Dissolved oxygen should be greater than or equal to 5 milligram per liter, and BOD should be less than 3 milligram per liter. Whereas class C is used for drinking purpose after conventional treatment as well as disinfectant. And class D water can be used for wildlife as well as fishery purpose. And last that is class E is used for irrigation, industrial cooling, and controlled waste disposal purpose, whereas pH should be in between 6 to 8.5. So this is all about water pollution. So if we go in much detail, then it will be very difficult to understand, or it is very less time we have to cover all the environmental laws. So I will move on to the Air Pollution Act. Now, as all of you know about water air pollution, it is very familiar issue, and we are second, means Delhi city is second in the world air polluting cities. First one is Beijing of China, and second one is Delhi. So why this air pollution issue generates, means what are the various polluted or what are the contaminated sources of air pollution, and what is the need for to frame this law. This law is nothing but called as the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 19, and it was notified by Ministry of Environment in the year 1981. As we discussed in the previous slide, that the decision of appropriate steps to be taken for preservation of natural resources of the earth, among other things, include the prevention of the quality of air and control of air pollution, were taken at Stockholm Conference, which is called as Human Environment, which was held in 1972. After that, after this conference was over, the immediate implementation decision was taken by the government of India, and Indian government has passed one law under the Article 253 of Indian Constitution to preserve the natural resources and to prevent the air pollution in the year 1981. So this act also give us the guideline or formation of the state boards as well as Central Pollution Control Board. Then Central Pollution Control Board give the advice to the central government for air pollution as well as the air pollution related issues. Then CPCB has given duty to do a research or to check out what are the possible contaminants which impact the air pollutions. Then one of our major role is to spread the awareness among the general people to stop the air pollution. Then like Water Act, this act also govern some of the powers as well as define some of the functions to state as well as Central Pollution Control Board. Under this act, CPCB has developed a monitoring program like water quality. We have developed a national air quality monitoring program across the country, which consists of 804 operating stations, which covers around 344 cities, towns in 28 states and 6 UTs of the country. What is the main function of this NAM station? We called it as NAM station, National Air Quality Monitoring Station. It also gives the real-time air quality across the country. Accordingly, we declare as this city is most polluted or this city is less polluted. Or all of you might seeing in the news also that today's AQI is more than 400, more than 100. This city is polluted, that city is polluted. So we get the data from this network, monitoring network. And in the year 2019, Honorable Prime Minister of India has launched this National Clean Air Program, which is aimed to reduce the PM concentration up to 40% by the year 2026. Now, in the year 2019, the PM concentration was around 60 to 70%. But when we come in the year 2024, it reduces to 60% or 70%. Then we have targeted to reduce the PM concentration up to 40% by the year 26. With respect to this Delhi pollution issue, Supreme Court and Parliament has formed a commission that is called as Commission for Air Quality Management in National Capital Region and adjoining areas. This commission is specially designed to control the pollution of only National Capital of Delhi and surrounding area, which is called as NCR region. Because as per the WHO guideline, we are the second highest polluted city. That Delhi is second highest pollution city. So by Sumoto region, by Sumoto case, Honorable Supreme Court has directed our ministry to form a commission, and this commission was formed directly under the Parliament Act, and it governs or it reports directly to the Prime Minister of India. And this commission work under the PMO only. So what is the main objective of this formation of commission of this CAQM? We can call it as CAQM. So this is formed for better coordination than to find out research oriented or problem solving identification of what are the possible sources of air pollution and resolve the problems surrounding the air quality index, and possible solution may be provided to the government of India. Like whenever this November, December comes or Diwali comes, the Delhi pollution is directly shoot up. That means the AQI level in this winter session, it goes around 1000 also. AQI index goes around 1000 also. So it is very very severe condition in the Delhi, particularly in the winter session, because there is a climatic condition is also not good during this period, because the temperature of the Delhi city comes down to near about 4 to 5 degrees Celsius, which means the suspended particle will not move around, and it will be affect the air quality. So the commission role in this purpose is to find out or to identify the polluted activity and to punish the polluters. Then the CAQM can direct or conduct inspection through CPCB as well as Ministry of Environment, and they can give the direction to shut down some of the industries, cut down their water as well as power supply. Then during this period, particularly in the month of November to February, the major construction activity are closed down, and this commission is directly reports to the PMO. So the accountability of this commission is directly lies in Parliament only. This commission is formed with one government official, which is called as chairman of this commission, and there are 5 ex officio members and 3 full-time technical members. So this commission is fully technical commission, whereas the technical members as well as other members are well qualified and they have more than 25 years of experience for uh, control of pollution. So what are the function of this commission is nothing but planning and executing plans to prevent and control the air pollution. Then preparing the action plans to address the stubble burning and increase the plantation. So one of the major contributor for air pollution is all of you might be knowing that during this session only this parali gets harvested and the remaining part of that parali gets burned by the farmers in their farm only, and which will contribute to the air pollution. Near about 30 to 40% of contribution is due to this stubble burning. So commission's role or function is to prevent the farmers for stubble burning. Then the commission is coordinating with central government, CPCB and all the state governments as well as state boards. The commission also identifies who are the polluters or what are the various air pollutants. They have their own powers. They have conducting research as well as development work for the problem solving of air pollution. Then they create some special workforce or task force with the help of local government as well as central government. So we are talking about this AQI. What is AQI means? This AQI is nothing but the pollution level of the air, and which is calculated based on the mainly 8 pollutants, that is PM10, PM2.5, NOx, SOx, carbon monoxide, ozone, ammonia and lead. So when this quality of air is called as, means there are various categories of air. So when this AQI is in between 0 to 50, then the quality of air is called as good quality air. Similarly, for satisfactory air, the AQI must be 51 to 100. Moderately polluted air is nothing but the AQI is between 100 and 100 to 200. Similarly, for 200 to 300, the quality of air is called as poor, and 300 to 400, it is very poor. In case of severe condition, like in Delhi during Diwali period, it is very severe. So AQI shoots up to 1000 also. In that case, this situation is defined as very poor category or emergency category. Accordingly, this commission role is to stand or to declare as emergency situation. During that period, all the schools, colleges, all educational institutes close down. Then only the life-saving or only the essential services are goes down. And there are various stages where we call it as greater response action plan, which was prepared by this commission only. Whenever this quality of air goes very poor, then it is called as stage 1 greater action plan. When this stage 1 is in force, then some activity are banned during this stage 1. Then whenever this AQI goes to 300 to 400, then stage 2, then stage 3 severe condition, then stage 4. Whenever this AQI goes up to more than 450 AQI. And what are the functions? What are the steps to be taken during these stages, which minimize the use of personal vehicles or the commission give the promotion to the use of public transportation, then advise the public to use the less congested routes, then they are advising this diesel vehicle should be banned after the use of 8 years. So no diesel vehicle is allowed to run in the Delhi and NCR region after 8 years of life. And for petrol engine or petrol car vehicle, the life of petrol vehicle is 15 years. Then avoiding the dust generating construction activities like various construction and demolition activities are banned during October to January period. Then open burning of solid waste is also banned during this year. So this is all about air pollution. Now the main act, or it is called as Umbrella Act for all the acts, that is the Environment Protection Act, which was notified or which was formed in the year 1986, and this was introduced after the Bhopal gas tragedy. So all of us are knowing the Bhopal gas tragedy, which was happened in the year 1984, where the people in the Bhopal are still suffering from that tragedy, and the coming generations may be affected also by this tragedy. To prevent such type of tragedy, this 1986 Environment Protection Act was in force, which gives the protection and improve the environment for the matter concerned with the pollution issue. So this act is called as Umbrella Act because after this year 1986, all the acts formed, all the environment acts formed comes under these 1986 Act. The another role of this act is to protect the forest as well as wildlife. Then this will improve the quality of life of individual by the protection of environment. This also provide the facility for establishment of environmental laboratories. Now, before this, the Water Act is separate one, Air Act is separate one. For another purpose, there are separate acts. But this is an umbrella act, it covers all type of pollution like air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution. Nowadays, plastic pollution, electronic waste pollution, C&D waste pollution, all these pollutions comes under this Environmental Protection Act. Now, and these acts also ban the use of hazardous waste material. This act authorizes central government officials to control as well as reduce the pollution from all the sources. Then it provides the setting up standards for emission as well as discharge for environmental pollution. Like if any industry is discharging their effluent directly into the seawater or into the river water or any natural resources, then the emission standards will be notified by central government or CPCB or state board according to under the provisions of this law. Then it restricts the pollutant for the pollution to the discharge. Then it gives the powers to entry and collect the samples, to inspect the industry or any establishment. Then it establishes the environmental laboratories, as well as this appoint the government analyst for analysis of effluent as well as air polluted issues, and it provides the law provides the penalty for the violations. So these are three main acts: Air Act, Water Act, and Environmental Protection Act, related to the pollution controls. Now, there are various acts, small acts are there. So I will not go into the details of that law. In the year 1989, there is one law come into the picture, that is called as the Hazardous Waste Management and Handling Rules, which provides this, or which ensure the safe handling, then generation, then processing, treatment, packaging, as well as storage, transportation, collection of and disposal of the hazardous waste material. So how we can define the material as a hazardous waste? The hazardous waste material is nothing but the certain quantity or certain limit is permitted. Like for arsenic, the means what is the standard for arsenic is 5 milligram per liter. Means if any effluent is having arsenic concentration less than 5 milligram per liter, then it is permittable to discharge in the natural resource. But if it goes more than 5 milligram per liter, then it is not allowed to discharge without any treatment. Like for like that, the hazardous material can be defined. Then after that, the manufacturing, storage, import, and hazardous chemicals rule come into picture in the year 1989, which mitigates or restrict the control measures for handling of hazardous chemicals, and it gives the framework for industries to identify, store, transport, as well as sell out the hazardous chemicals by ensuring necessary permissions. Then before this industrialization or urbanization, there are various or lots of forest land is there, but after this development or urbanization, this forest land gets degraded or deforestation happens for this urbanization. To control this, the Ministry of Environment has framed the Forest Conservation Act in 1980. This ensures the conservation of forest land and their resources. Means now the development is also going on, and we have to conserve the forest. So for that purpose, this act has been framed, and this was framed in the year 1980. This act was framed by Ministry of Environment, and these provisions become important from the current affairs perspective, because if this growth or urbanization is continued, then the human being will be faced some serious issue. Like in the month of March, April, the temperature level goes beyond 45 degrees. So this all happens due to this deforestation. So for that purpose, these acts come into the force. Then there are various wildlife species which are present in this wildlife. So to protect them, this Wildlife Protection Act comes into the picture, which prohibits some this hunting of indigenous species. Like we cannot go for hunting of what you call a tiger or cheetah, because the number of indigenous species or number of that special species animal is getting decreasing day by day. So this act come into picture in the year 1972 to prohibit the hunting. There are some animals which can be prohibited from being trade. Like before this act, the animals are also used for trading purpose. They are sold, they are transferred to one place to another place, and they possesses some wildlife species. However, this act also provide license for some of these species, some of the wildlife species, with proper approval, with proper permission from the concerned authority. This act also provide the facility to form the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks across the country. The next is act is Public Liability Insurance Act, because we are dealing with industries, and industry are engaging the people as a laborer, as a staff member, as a colleague member in their premises. If something goes wrong or any accident is happen with the person who are working in the industry or in a various construction sites, then this Public Liability Insurance Act comes into the picture to insure the individual's life. And this is particularly depend, or it is particularly for the person who are working with hazardous substances. And all these acts are governed, means which are the come into the force after 1916 Act. These are comes under Environmental Protection Act 1986. India has means various coastals across the border of the Indian country. So to control the encroachment or illegal construction in that bankside or in the coastal zone, this coastal regulation zone come into the picture. The objective of this is to conserve and protect the coastal stretches of the India, and they ensure the livelihood scrutiny for fishing as well as local community in the local coastal area. They promote the development of in sustainable manner, means in the coastal zone also we have to develop something, but it should be in a sustainable manner, and it should be taken into account sustainability. Then to deal with the chemical accidents, this Chemical Accidents Emergency Planning and Preparedness Response Rule 1996 comes into the picture, which deals with the various groups of the central crisis group as well as state crisis group, which governs that if anything happen, if accident is happen in the industry, the affected people or affected worker should get the financial benefit to the nominee within 30 days of the mishappening. This also monitor the post accident situation arising out of the major chemical accident and suggest the measures for prevention and control of the accident in future. This conducts post accident analysis for major accidents which involves in the evaluate the responses of the company. Now, next act is Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Act. Whenever any worker is working in a industry or in any working environment, the noise level should be such as to prevent him from the noise pollution issue. So this act come into picture to reduce and manage the noise level in the public area, like in community market, in residential. What are the noise levels? This all is defined in this act. The procedure for measuring and monitoring of noise level is also defined in this law. Then the mechanism for enforcing and implementing noise control measures, then to identify the noise sources, to reduce the noise at source only, then what are the control measures to be taken for noise pollution, then it will give the guideline for protection of workers, administrative controls, as well as PPE, that is personal protective equipment, to the workers to avoid the noise pollution. Next law is ozone depleting substances rule, which comes into the picture in year 2000, which set us the rules which regulate the production, consumption, import, export, and use of ozone depleting substances in India. This comes into picture in the year 2000. However, but this rule was passed by the government of India to comply with the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer. As we all of know that the ozone layer in the environment gets depleted due to use of various ozone depleting substances, like if we use air conditioner which releases the gas which depletes the ozone layer. This rule has given the guideline for production as well as consumption of ozone depletion substances, which are set aside by the CPCB as well as state board, which also give the guideline for import, export, sale, trade, and storage of OSD, ODS, that is ozone depleting substances. Then a person must, if anyone wish to import or export this ODS, then he has to declare that ODS within the specified time period. Means if we purchase any ODS, then it should be utilized within the permittable time period only. Next is battery management and handling rules. This rule comes into picture in year 2001, which define the role of consumer and collection agents, then whoever is the producer of battery should register to the concerned state boards. Then nowadays this EPR concept is there. EPR concept is nothing but extended producer responsibility. That means if anyone has to produce some quantity of batteries, the scrap batteries or used batteries should reach to the producer within the specified period. Like in this case, if the producer has produced 100 number of batteries in the year 2024, so if he has to get the license renewed, then up to the year 2027 he should get back the used battery, like 100 batteries should be come into his premises within 3 years, like 40 30 30. All the manufacturer batteries should be returned back to the producer only, and to collect back these batteries is the responsibility of this producer only. Then the reporting system, then recycling, record maintaining, all are defined in this battery waste management rule. Before 2006, the environmental impact assessment was not done. Like if any industry wish to set up his plant, so there is no prior environmental clearance is required. But in the year 2006, this environmental impact assessment rule has come into picture, wherein two types of projects has been categorized: category A projects and category B project. So category A projects are apprised or getting permission from national level by impact assessment agency, which is there in Ministry of Environment, and category B projects are governed by state appraisal committee, which is called as expert appraisal committee. This category A and category B projects are well defined in this EIA notification. Means the projects whose capital cost is more than 100 CR is called as category A projects, like mining projects, thermal power stations, means big projects. Construction projects also come under category A project, whose carpet area is more than 20,000 square meter. And category B projects are less, means small projects which are governed by state level, and permission will be given by the state authority only. This is the objective of this EIA, like category A and category B projects. So EIA is nothing but environmental clearance for any type of work or any type of projects. It should be governed under environmental clearance of environment, Ministry of Environment. There are four stages in the environmental clearance. First one is screening, means whoever wish to apply for the environmental clearance for establishment of any project, he has to apply through a portal that goes to a screening committee, then scoping committee, which scope out this screen out and scope out, means it is a category A project or category B projects. Accordingly, it will be transferred to state level or to the central level. Then public consultation, that means public hearing will be organized, and finally the environmental clearance will be given to the project. Like for all the projects, this environmental clearance should be mandatory. The validity of this environmental clearance, like for river valley projects, it is 10 years. For mining projects, it should be 30 years, and for all other projects and activity, 5 years. To watch on the environmental pollution, this National Tribunal Act was in force in the year 2010. This National Green Tribunal, like it is a court like High Court or NGT, or it is equivalent to the NGT is equivalent to the High Court. So it is composes of chairperson, then judicial member as well as expert member from the environment field. Then it has powers to make an orders, decision. It can impose the penalty for the non-compliance. Any person who are not aggrieved by this NGT decision can appeal to the Supreme Court. Any other court, means appeal should be done in the Honorable Supreme Court only. So in the year 2011, they have set a procedure how to prosecute or how to manage this, and NGT has 5 benches across the country where principal bench is in Delhi and other benches are Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata, and Chennai. So it defines the procedure of filing any petition in the NGT. Now next is Hazardous and Other Waste Management and Transboundary Movement Rule 2016. It defines the waste management hierarchy. It means this rule prioritize the prevention, minimization, reuse, recycling, recovery, co-processing, and safe disposal. Means this is the waste hierarchy. If it is possible to prevent the generation of waste, then it should be prevented at the source only. If it is not possible to prevent it, it should be minimized. If it is not minimized, then if it is getting generated, it should be reused, recycled, recovered. And if it is not all this part, then it should go to the core processing in the cement kiln. Or if all this issue or all this prioritization is gone vanish out, then we have to dispose it in a safe manner. These rules give the permission for utilization of hazardous waste, and directed or mandate is given to the Central Pollution Control Board to form the standard operating procedure for utilization of hazardous waste. Means CPCB has mandated to form these SOPs for utilization of hazardous waste. Till date, CPCB has formed around 105 standard SOPs, out of which 50 are formed by me only, means me and my team, and it governs the procedure for co-processing of hazardous waste. This law gives the CPCB power to penalize if any industry is violating the hazardous waste rules. Next is biomedical waste management rules. What is biomedical waste? The waste which contains potentially infectious elements and creating during the diagnosis, treatment of human as well as animal in the hospital or in the dispensary. So any waste which is generated during hospitalization or during like COVID and all, it comes under biomedical waste management. So this biomedical waste 2016 defines the various category, which categorized into 4 categories: red, yellow, orange, and green. Whenever we go to the hospital, there are 4 containers, or where 4 dustbins are there, which categorize this biomedical waste, which defines that, means if you put it in the green colored bag or in green colored disposal bag, then it means it belongs to that category only, and it segregate, so that it gives the management as well as the waste treatment facility for the each and every category of biomedical waste. And it also give the direction to the state as well as central to identify the any land for disposal of biomedical waste. Now next is e-waste management. E-waste management is nothing but whenever we utilize any electronic gadgets and after some period we have thrown it down, so it will generate this e-waste management. It's e-waste in the city or in the household also, because whenever new version of mobile comes, we just throw our previous mobile or gadget and we purchase it new one. But what about the throwing out our previous gadget? So it should be properly disposed of. So this e-waste management rules give us the collection, recycling, as well as refurbishing of the gadgets which are generated during the e-waste. Similarly, for battery waste, there is EPR credit also there for e-waste also, like extended producer responsibility. So I will not go into the much detail in these rules because we are lagging behind the time. And it gives the power to state board and as well as central board to for environmental compensation for violating these rules. Then this construction and demolition waste. The construction and demolition waste is nothing but the waste which are generated during the construction as well as demolition of any structure which contains concrete, bricks, wooden structure, steel material, then steel material also there. If we demolishes it, then this waste, or we call it as debris, it comes under construction and demolition waste. And proper this rule give the proper disposal facility or proper disposal standards for C&D waste. The prime duty of waste generator, then large generator, then service provider, then local authority, all the responsibility of each and every stakeholder is defined in this rule. This also has extended producer responsibility. Like if any builder has constructed any building in his premises or any in land, so his prime duty is, if this get demolishes, then the safe disposal of construction and demolition waste lies on that builder's part. Now, the plastic waste management rule 2016. This is the hot issue. You can call it as hot issue because nowadays all the local authority, local government, state government, central government, all are focusing on the plastic waste management. Before this rule come into picture, the minimum thickness of the plastic was not defined. In the year 2016, the plastic thickness of plastic was defined as 40 microns. But with effect from December 22, the thickness was defined up to 120 microns. Then this rule have defined the jurisdiction of each individual as well as stakeholder as well as local bodies responsibility, who are the producer, who are the collector, who are the recycler of this plastic. All the duties and responsibilities are defined in this rule. Like in case of e-waste management, C&D, plastic, these rules also define the extended producer responsibility of the generator. Like whenever material or how much quantity, whichever quantity has generated by the generator should reach to the generator itself within the span of 3 years after use. So the government has defined the responsibility of the generator as well as the collector. And this rule encourages the use of plastic in road construction, energy recovery, as well as waste conversion into the oil. Then solid waste management rules. This solid waste management is major issue faced by all the cities, all the ULBs across the country. In this case, this solid waste management, like our domestic waste, is also comes under solid waste. This management rules define how to segregate the waste, how to dispose it, how to treat it, then what are the various responsibility like institutional is there, market association is there, organization, event organization, all the responsibility of restaurant, hotels, all the responsibilities are fixed according to these rules. Then local bodies responsibility also fixed. Then the state government should provide or identify a land wherein this solid waste management facility should be developed. Means all the collected waste should be dumped in a particular facility which is called as dump site, and after that the treatment of this solid waste is lies on the shoulder of state government. Now the next act is the Wetland Conservation and Management Rules 2070. These rules come into the picture for the conservation of wetlands, wherein state as well as national wetland committees were formed by the state as well as central government. Then this rule inventorize all the wetlands across the India. They have listed out some activities which are prohibited under these rules. If the climate change mitigation happens, so what are the control measures and what are the fighting measures to be utilized for climate change mitigations? With these rules provide the wetland awareness among the local people, local community, as well as all the stakeholders. These also provide the guidelines to help the state government and unit territory administration for the implementation of these rules. And this is the final up till the final environmental law, which is called as Regulation of Persistent Organic Pollutants Rule, which comes into picture in the year 2018. These rules support the international effort to reduce the harmless effect of these dangerous substances, which promotes a more suitable and healthier environment for the current as well as future generations by adhering to the international commitment and the protocols. So this is the overall picture of environmental law in India. If we go deeply, so we will require around 2 hours for each and every law. So I just give the overall picture of environmental law, and thank you, Dr. Shailesh Godke, for inviting me as an expert lecturer in this
Thank you, sir.
seminar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It was indeed a great learning experience from your side about the various legislations provided by the central government in all over India. And especially when you are at a deputy director's post, it becomes really very easy for you to understand these different norms and having those particular policies and the policy decisions that are being taken by government of India. And it is first hand experience you are sharing with us regarding variety of policies, and that has been really a learning experience for all of us. We know different laws are available there, but the importance of those laws and those laws which are going to be useful for us for the sustainability is very, very important. So indeed it was a great hearing experience, learning experience for all of us. So now I request the participants, if you have any question, you may please ask. We just have a couple of minutes to ask because the next session link is also ready. Session resource person is also ready. So just 2 quick questions we'll take. Yes, please. Any questions?
Yeah, anyone has any doubt? It is too short to explain all the
Yes,
laws.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We agree. We agree.
I tried my level best to cover all the environmental laws till
Yes,
now.
sir. We are having consent of not to go more than 1.5 hour.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could understand it was very difficult.
So my PPT is with Dr. Shailesh sir. He can share it with all
Yes,
the
yes,
participants
sir.
because
Yes, sir.
all of them are asking for the PPT.
Yes, 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 yes. I'll share, sir. No worries. No
If
worries.
any questions are there,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Anyways, no worries. Sir, it was very nice listening to you. And now I request the session coordinator to please propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for today's insightful session. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed speaker, Mr. Anil Ranveer sir, for his valuable insights and for sharing his extensive knowledge with us. We appreciate the time and efforts you put into preparing such a comprehensive and engaging presentation. Thank you, sir. To our attendees, thank you for your active participation and for taking the time to join us today. We hope you found the session as informative and engaging as we did. In closing, we are grateful to everyone who has been a part of this event. Thank you once again and have a great day. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Thank you
can I
so much.
you? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure, sure, sure. The small important announcement to all the participants that the next link is already active. You are requested to kindly join the next link by the next session coordinator. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.